We're going to talk about probability and odds. First, we're going to go over some vocab terms. First, an event. An event is a set of outcome types. So say you're rolling 2 dice and you're hoping for a sum of 6. The event would be actually rolling that sum of 6. Probability is the chances of that event actually happening. When you roll the dice to test it, that's an experiment, and that experiment is called a trial. Every time you roll the dice, that is a trial. Sample space is all of the possible outcomes. Rolling a sum of 6 is not the only possible outcome. In fact, there's 36 different possible outcomes when you roll 2 dice, and that is the sample space. An experiment, a random experiment, is an experiment in which all possible outcomes have an equal chance, so you could roll any sum. Success is the desired outcome, so rolling that sum of 6. Or if you're picking cards out of a deck, picking the card that you actually hoped for is success. Failure does not mean you did something wrong, it just means that the card you picked was not the one you were hoping for. Or when you rolled the dice, you got something other than a sum of 6. Complements is the probability that success does not occur. So that would actually be the probability of failure. And odds, a lot of times you hear people use the term probability and odds interchangeably, but they are actually different terms. Probability is an event over a sample space. So probability is the chances of something happening. That's an event over a sample space. Odds is different. Odds is the ratio of the event happening, which is success, over the event not happening, which is failure. So probability of an event happening is the number of outcomes in the event over the number of outcomes in the entire sample space. So that can be shortened up to event over sample space. A complementary event, the event not happening, the probability of not the event, which is also written like this, probability of not something happening, is the difference between 1 and the probability of success. So example 1, from a bag of 8 red, 4 green, and 9 blue marbles, what is the probability that a randomly selected marble will be green? So the probability of a green marble. There are 4 green marbles, so we want our event over sample space. The event is green, 4 green marbles. The sample space is all the marbles, 8, 4, and 9. And that's a total of 21 marbles. So 4 out of the 21 are green. So the probability of green is 4 out of 21. What is the probability that it will not be red? So the probability of not red. Okay, so once again we need an event and a sample space. The event is not red. Marbles that are not red are green. There's 4 of those. And blue, there are 9 of those. And the sample space is all the marbles, and there are 21 of them. So that would be 13 out of 21 are not red. So the probability of not picking red is 13 out of 21.